We're talking about Eidolons in general and what I think of the archetype. I feel like this archetype is going to be one of those things where you splash them into a deck that you have room in, and it actually ends up being good. Like, as you can see here, I have an Eidolon Shaddoll variant, mostly because I feel like that's one of the better decks that you could probably utilize the Eidolon beasts in it. Especially the dark one, since it is generically good. I think that the Caligula is the best one out of all of them, despite its low stats, but it realistically doesn't matter, because you could just simply protect it, and it really only has to be active for one turn for it to matter, from what I've seen. And I think it's really, really good in that aspect. So I think that, like, in general consensus, that the dark one is going to be good. However, I believe that you could probably make some variance with this. Plus, you could put another Eidolon Dark Monster. I think you could use Eidolon Dark Monsters. I think you use Alistair. I think you could use Alistair as the other material for a Dark Monster. So you could probably just simply play it for that reason. So I can see it being useful for that. I think that these cards can be equivalent, or can easily be an equivalent to Norden in some way, simply because it's a card that's splashable in every deck, or there are a group of cards that are splashable in almost everything. You can play them against almost everything and be decently good in them. And I think that's no different. I think you could play Raiding in the. You can play in, like, your Senjus, you can play in Ritual Beasts, you can play in Nesperits. You can play in Moon-based archetypes that are really good. Wind Witches are pretty good with this card as well. You can also play, and you can play Merkaba in, like, I don't know, Psyframes, ABCs if you're going that route. If you're playing them in Sotelanites, Light Sworns, and you can kind of generally play this card in almost everything. You can play this card by basically even just using one of the other Eidolon beasts that you have. So you're probably going to play this card at least at one, simply for that reason. As you can see, I have the Shaddoll variant. It's not a very good variant. I haven't done much testing with it, but I feel like that Shaddoll is one of the better archetypes you could probably utilize the Eidolon beast in, albeit it might be a little bit more convoluted than it looks. But I still think that Eidolon beast will still have a valid impact despite only having one monster, and realistically only one monster that is all that they need. Even though it's not a very good monster, it's just a good card. I think the Eidolon archetype is going to be relatively good. Plus, this card's a spellcaster, which has a lot of synergy in and of itself. I think, being level 4, you can cheat it out with Summoner's Art, Summoner's Monk. There's a lot of potential with this archetype. I still think, even though we only have like 5 fusions, 1 monster, and 2 spells announced as of right now. So, anyway, guys, tell me what you guys think about this archetype in the comment section below. What do you think these archetypes will be this archetype will be splashed like, I don't know, I guess like Norden was? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you in the next video. This has been Team Metamorphosis signing off.